And then came 2010, and now we're back in action this year again. We're more stronger and more stable as a company because we have survived, as you can see, 10 years of a roller coaster ride within ABCO and outside ABCO as well. Our job development program is actually working very well, and so we are now having a dedicated individual, and Fatima is the dedicated person that will have a job development program. In addition to that, we have Ambreen, who is looking at each process and suggesting to the management a full process development. In 2010, we progressed more, and we felt more happy to note that we were being watched. And the POWER Collabrative, as some of you know about the POWER Collabrative, they came to us and they gave us an award. And Charles Pascal received an award for an outstanding accomplishment in the community. Now, just so you know that Charles Pascal is a certified counselor, and he came to me at a time when he was at a crossroad, and together we worked. And just like one good turn deserves another, today he's counseling a lot of our students, some that report a problem and some that don't. So that's when ABCO received an award from POWER Collabrative for our contribution to the community. But it didn't stop there. Steve Moraldo, who you met a few minutes ago, and nobody clapped for him. So I want everybody to clap for him now. He is our Executive Director of Veterans Affairs. And I have to tell you guys that not a day goes by when I thank God for having him in our team, having in our company, because he's a great asset. And I'm not the only one who thinks that, but also that he received an award from the U.S. House of Representatives, California Legislative Assembly, and the County of Los Angeles for his outstanding achievement in the community. So he is now very well ready to serve our veterans and guide them because he is a veteran himself. And of course, these are some of the pictures. Now, towards November, there's one thing that I never do. I never rest because I always, and some of you know that, a lot of times people tell me, when are you going to go home? Do you not have a family? That's why I had to get my family here so everybody knows I have a family. And they stand by my ideals. And that's why in November I realized that I need to focus on growing this company more. I need to focus on taking ourselves in the positive direction. That's why I brought in Ralph Bihar, who was an instructor at ABCO since last 3 years. I brought him in as an associate director. So today, you see his face, he looks bright and fresh, because after a year, his photo we'll see, because he'll also have the same stress that I did, because I passed on that hat to him. Every time something goes wrong, we blame him, but every time something every time something goes good, we tell him thank you. And we've been telling him more thank you. As a matter of fact, many people as they walked in told me, very good party, good arrangement, but I have to thank Ralph because he's the man responsible for arranging this everything. I told him straightforward. I told Ralph, I said, Ralph, I'm going to take a back seat and I'm going to let you arrange everything and we'll see how it goes. And he said, yes, come on in, I'll handle it. And I think he's done a wonderful job in bringing us here. These are some of the corporate setups we did with respect to ETP. And there are different companies. This one I'm really proud of. This is a rack server. So some of our networking students actually helped build this for a company called RC Gear. And we were training on the latest technology. And this was Charles Pascal receiving an award from POWER Collabrative. There is Dean and myself, with him at the time. So basically, we went from there to our new logo and new designs. And some of you have been into ABCO now. And believe me, this design that you see now and the arrangements that you see now is not my work alone. As a matter of fact, there are some students sitting in here that were in classes and were giving me suggestions. At the time they used to see me depressed about seeing all that wood. So they would tell me, let me give you some ideas. And many of them are here whose names I'm going to mention in a few minutes. Here's our Cisco lab. We're very proud of this lab. This is one of the top labs from which you can acquire CCIE, which is the topmost certification. These are some of the classrooms that you have been studying in. Some of the students. Some of you are present here, and then some of you are not. And this is our catalog from 2010. So this was the 10-year history of ABCO. And as you can see that I went through a lot, but there's not a single day that I regret my decision of leaving my full-time job and saying, I got to pursue this. I got to pursue my passion, because I love training. I love teaching. And when I looked at my boss, at my former company, I said, I don't like his life. So from here I'm going there. So I'm not going there. I'm going to go ahead and do something that will make a difference in other people's lives. And training is one of the things that I love. That's why I'm in here. But no matter what we go through, today, when some of the staff members are stressed, I'm not, because I'm used to it. I'm relaxed. I realize that there's a way around things. You just have to work it. This year, since Ralph took over our day-to-day operations, I have now sat there in the last 1 month and developed an entire list of 41 programs that we're going to start off in 2011. These are programs that I've surveyed, researched in the industry. They're top-notch. These jobs are not going to India or China. They're right here in the U.S., and that's why I want to train people right in this program. So our 2011 is going to be very promising. Overall, this is our staff here at ABCO today. We all took this picture right before you guys came in. Because everybody is so scattered and doing their work that it's very difficult to get everybody together, even though we're a small company, and I appreciate that. And right now, I know we introduced everybody. Excuse me, there's an emergency. It is an emergency.